Hello riders, welcome back. Imagine this. One motorcycle that can carry you through busy weekday traffic, cruise confidently on highways, take a detour on a gravel road for weekend adventure, and still sip fuel like a commuter scooter. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, Honda has been building that dream for years with the NC series. And in 2026, they've brought us the latest evolution, the Honda NC750X. Welcome back to AZ Autos, where we break down the newest machines in the motorcycling world, from their design and technology to their real-world usability. Stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal a surprise about how Honda has subtly shifted the NC750X's future, and it could redefine how we think about everyday adventure bikes. When Honda first launched the NC series in 2012, it wasn't about high horsepower or extreme off-road adventures. It was about practicality. Commuters, tourists, and everyday riders wanted something approachable, reliable, and fuel-efficient. By 2014, the NC750X replaced the NC70, increasing displacement and refining its character. Over the years, this motorcycle has become known for its unique storage compartment where a fuel tank usually sits, its efficient parallel twin engine, and the option of DCT dual-clutch transmission. Fast forward to 2026, and Honda has sharpened that formula. Instead of reinventing, they've perfected. The NC750X now sits as one of the best do-everything motorcycles in its category. At its heart lies a 745cc liquid-cooled SOHC parallel twin, tuned not for racetracks but for real roads. It produces around 58 horsepower at 6,750 revolutions per minute and 69 Newton-meters of torque at just 4,750 revolutions per minute. That torque number is important. It means usable power, right where most riders spend their time in the mid-range. You won't need to scream this engine at 10,000 revolutions per minute to overtake a car. Roll the throttle at mid-range, and the NC responds smoothly and confidently. Fuel economy remains one of its trump cards. At around 3.5 liters per 100 kilometers, with a 14.1-liter tank, you can travel nearly 400 kilometers on a single fill-up. That's the kind of range that long-distance commuters and weekend explorers love. And then, of course, there's Honda's DCT system. Some riders stick to the traditional 6-speed manual gearbox, but the DCT option offers smooth automatic shifts or manual paddle control. In traffic, it's a lifesaver. On the open road, it still gives you control when you want it. The NC750X uses a steel diamond frame designed for balance. It's not too soft, not too sporty, but tuned for stability and confidence. Up front, there's a 41mm telescopic fork with 120mm of travel, while the rear has a ProLink monoshock, also with 120mm of travel. This setup is perfect for city potholes, highway sweepers, and even light gravel detours. Braking is another highlight for 2026. Honda finally upgraded the front to dual 296mm floating discs with twin piston calipers, paired with a 240mm rear disc. ABS is standard, and the stopping power feels much stronger compared to older NC models. Wheels are 17-inch cast aluminum, wearing 120/70ths front and 160/60ths rear tires. That's a very road-oriented setup, so while it handles highways and city rides beautifully, it's not meant for hardcore dirt trails. Seat height is a very approachable 800mm. For many riders, this is a sweet spot, tall enough for a commanding view, but not so high that shorter riders struggle. Weight is 216 kilograms for the manual version and 226 kilograms for the DCT. Yes, that sounds heavy, but thanks to its low center of gravity and clever weight distribution, the NC750X feels surprisingly easy to maneuver. Ground clearance is 145mm. That's enough for urban speed bumps, gravel roads, and mild adventure routes, but not for boulders or deep ruts. Honda never intended this bike to be a hardcore off-roader, and that's fine. Wind protection has been improved in 2026 with a slightly taller, sharper windscreen and redesigned fare for taller riders or long-distance touring. Optional windscreens and comfort seats are Honda didn't hold back on equipping the NC750X with practical tech. 5-inch TFT display, clear, colorful, and customizable. Honda RoadSync, connect your smartphone for navigation, calls, music, and messages. Selectable riding modes, standard, sport, rain, and user. These adjust throttle response, traction control, and DCT behavior. Honda selectable torque control HSTC keeps traction in check, especially in wet or slippery conditions. Full LED lighting, headlights, taillights, and indicators for modern looks and visibility. And of course, the famous frunk, a 23-liter storage space in the tank area that can hold a full-face helmet or groceries. Once you use it, you'll never want to go back to bikes without asterisk. Here's where Honda is adding something new for 2026. The NC750X now uses a bio-based polycarbonate, in some fairings and screens. Combined with recycled plastics in bodywork, it shows Honda's push towards sustainable production without sacrificing durability. Asterisk, it's subtle, but it signals a bigger trend. Motorcycles of the future won't just be about performance, they'll also be about reducing asterisk. So, how does it feel to ride? Asterisk, city riding. Smooth, easy clutch or DCT option. Great torque at low RPM. Upright seating for visibility. The frunk makes commuting practical. Asterisk, highway. Stable. Comfortable at 120 km per hour. Low vibration. Efficient fuel use. Wind protection is good, though taller riders may want an accessory screen. Asterisk, twisty roads. Agile enough, though not a sport bike. The low-revving engine means you won't constantly shift, which makes corner carving fun and relaxed. Asterisk, light adventure. Gravel and dirt tracks are fine, but suspension, travel and clearance limit hardcore off-road use. Asterisk, strengths of the 2026 NC750X. Asterisk, practical everyday bike storage. Efficiency. Comfort. Asterisk, excellent fuel economy and long range. Asterisk, DCT option is unique and very refined now. Asterisk, upright. Comfortable ergonomics for all-day rides. Asterisk, Honda reliability and low maintenance. Asterisk, modern features. ABS. Traction control. LED lights. Asterisk, weaknesses and trade-offs. Asterisk, not built for extreme off-road. Asterisk, weight may intimidate beginners. Despite its balance. Asterisk, power is modest. Riders seeking high performance may find it underwhelming. Asterisk, accessories are almost necessary for full touring comfort. Asterisk, price with DCT and tech packs can climb. Asterisk, if you're a commuter who also wants weekend rides, this bike fits. Asterisk, if you're a new rider who values practicality, it's approachable. Asterisk, if you're a touring enthusiast who doesn't want a massive adventure bike, it's perfect. Asterisk, if you're an experienced rider who wants one machine to do most things well, the NC750X is a solid choice. Asterisk, if, however, you want a lightweight dirt bike, a sport machine, or a high horsepower tourer, you'll be happier elsewhere. Asterisk, here's the surprise I promised. Honda is quietly shaping the NC750X into the cornerstone of their everyday adventure philosophy. Instead of pushing it toward extremes, they're making it the most practical, eco-friendly, and tech-forward crossover bike in their lineup. Asterisk, rumors suggest that by 2027 or 2028, we might even see a hybrid or partially electric NC series. The 2026 model, with its sustainable materials and efficient engine, is the stepping stone toward that future. Asterisk, so when you buy the NC750X today, you're not just buying a commuter or a tourer, you're buying into Honda's vision of what the everyday motorcycle should become. Asterisk, the 2026 Honda NC750X is not flashy, it's not extreme, but it's one of the most useful and well-rounded motorcycles money can buy. It gives you comfort, efficiency, modern tech, Honda's reliability, and a design that adapts to almost every situation. Asterisk, at AZ Autos, we believe bikes like this deserve more attention. They may not grab headlines with huge horsepower numbers, but they win hearts with practicality and dependability. Asterisk, so, would you ride the NC750X as your only motorcycle? Or do you think you'd need something more specialized alongside it? Let us know in the comments. Asterisk. And if you enjoyed this in-depth review, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to AZ Autos, your trusted advisor on all things two wheels and beyond. Asterisk, until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and enjoy the journey.